So there is Sam Jones, who fouled out with 6 personals, and his slack was taken up just enough. But their big lead was erased as we look at John Havlicek. Havlicek getting it to Bailey Howell, and now counting off the seconds. 4, 3. It's a steal by Johnny Egan. They let him score it. And time has run out, and the Boston Celtics have done it again. Another jewel in that crown. 108 to 106. A 2-point victory by Boston. And there you see Don Nelson. Here comes Bailey Howell. Now Tom Sanders, who did not get in the lineup. Keith Erickson of Los Angeles. A disappointed Wilt Chamberlain, brought here by Jack Kent Cooke in hopes of bringing the first title in 9 years to Los Angeles. But the Boston Celtics, averaging 32 years of age, the Lakers 30. And of course, you'll have to say that the Celtics, the greatest sports dynasty in the history of professional athletics. Of course, a most valuable player award will be given here tonight for the man most valuable during the entire 7 games, and Jerry West has won it. And we're wondering if that agrees with your selection in watching these games. Certainly a great performer, averaging over 30 points. And tonight he had another big scoring night, coming through with 42. The Boston Celtics had their scoring pretty much spread around. And the fans down on the floor. And in the event of a Laker victory here at the Forum, many, many balloons hang in the rafters, but they will not be released because the Celtics have won it by 2 points since the spring of 1959.
Okay, I'm on here at the floor, and it's kind of wild. I'm here with Red Auerbach. Go out. And Sam Jones. Sam's, congratulations. What a great last game.
I tell you, Jack, it was tough, and it just goes to show you, we had to win one on the home court, and this was the one, it was the greatest.
I think you were so...
What are they going to do with all those balloons up there? They'll eat them.
Sam, what a way to go out. What did you say at halftime to get everybody? I made the remark that late in the ball game, you appeared to be more fresher than the Lakers.
Well, Jack, I wanted to play. I knew it was my last game, and I don't have to save up for next year or anything. And I tell you, this ball club is great. A lot of pride, and I just want to thank the fans back home in Boston, Jack. They've been wonderful.
They've stayed with you. What about putting you into the ball game, Sam, with 8 minutes to go in the ball game with 5 fouls? What did Russ have in mind when he put you in with that much time left?
He put me in to shoot, Jack, because we wasn't getting that ball to the hoop, and I knew I had to be cautious because Jerry West is one of the toughest ball players I played against, but I just had to go out and play my game. I fouled out, but I felt good.
Actually, Sam, I think that this is probably your greatest win, right?
It certainly is, Jack, and you know, this is the way to go out, baby.
I want to say that Jerry West was absolutely fantastic. That was one of the greatest exhibitions I ever saw in my life.
I can only speak for Red because I had to play him all through the series, and Jack, I tell you, I had to say a little prayer every time he got the ball.
Sam, I know Bill Russell is right behind there. He wants you in the locker room, so we're going to let you go. Thank you so much. We're going to try and get in the locker room.
Thanks, Jack.
Red, thank you. Now let's go back upstairs to Chris.
Well, we're back halfway, about 50 feet high, away from the playing court. And those few fans who, here in the hometown of the Lakers, were Boston fans, are trying to get near the Celtics. But now, I believe all the Celtics are in the locker room, and Coach Bill Russell had indicated that he wanted to close the doors so just the players and the front office people, Red Auerbach, could have a moment of relaxation and sort of savor, sort of soak in their 11th World Championship in 13 years. And they have never lost in a 7th game in a final playoff series. And for Bill Russell, who's been with them the longest, this was his 165th playoff game in a 13-year career. And he has been in 9 series where it went 7 games, never losing. Here are the final statistics in this final championship game. Jerry West, the most valuable player in the playoff series, 42 points. Elgin Baylor, 20. Will Chamberlain, 18. Egan with 9, Counts 8. Erickson, 6. And Hawkins, 2. While the Celtics, as they have been throughout the 7 games, led by Havlicek, Jones, Bryant, Don Nelson coming through again with 16, Howell 9, Siegfried 7, and Russell 6. As for rebounds, Will Chamberlain with 22, Bill Russell with 19. And near the end of the game, you'll recall Will Chamberlain injured a right knee, was taken out, and was replaced by Mel Counts, who again had a fine game for the Lakers, but it was not enough. A rivalry renewed as Los Angeles and Boston have been in the final 6 of the last 8 years, and now the Lakers have lost all 6. And it was right here in Los Angeles last year that the Celtics won their 10th crown, and they have done it again. And it's the first time in the history of the NBA, dating back to 1946, 23 years, that a team has finished as low as 4th in a division to come on and win the title. Boston, of course, doing it as they came through against Philadelphia in the quarterfinals, 4 victories to 1, and then the semis against tough New York, 4-2, while the Lakers came in winning the Western Division and winning a quarterfinal playoff series against San Francisco, 4-2, and then the semifinals against the Atlanta Hawks, 4-1. Well, there you see Jack Waldron, the executives of the company that own the Celtics. Here is Jack.
Chris, I'm here with Bill Russell. Bill, this must have been a great win for you.
Jack.
I know it's hard to say what's in your mind right now, Bill, and it must have been a great win.
Well, this is such a great bunch of guys, you know, and it's just been so fabulous the way they played for me. And it sounds all corny, you know, to start talking like that, but I told these guys before the game, I don't care what happens, I wouldn't trade you guys for any guys in the world.
That was fairly obvious, but the leadership has to come from you, Bill, and to bring a team from 4th place during the regular season to the world's title, the 11th title in 13 years, you've got the respect of everybody in the country.
Well, Jack, it's my guys. It's just my guys. These guys play ball for me, and they're such a great bunch of guys. I just can't say enough about the guys.
Let me get John Havlicek. John, get John over here. John, what a great game. What do you have to say, John?
Well, I'm telling you, every time we come into this series, it seems as though it gets tougher and tougher each year. And one of these days, I'm going to be able to retire and sit back and watch someone else work so hard and enjoy it, because what we go through is such an emotional experience that it's getting to me every year.
Okay, John, Bill, everybody, congratulations. It's a great year, and it's a great season. Now let's go back upstairs to Chris.
So there's definitely happiness in Boston tonight as the final score, the Celtics 108, Los Angeles 106.